Good morning to you. Good morning. Wednesday. Hump day. I mean, come on. Who doesn't love that Geico commercial? Hump day. Oh, man, I should go look that up. That'll make you laugh. That'll make you laugh, that one for sure. So today's Wednesday. A little bit warm here on the North Coast for sure. That's all right. We got to look for those kind of things. So I was running as usual. One of my videos inspire me to, after my runs, and this guy says today, hold the vision and respect the process, or trust the process. Hold the vision and trust the process. Heard that a lot, right? That kind of makes sense. And so that's I think we're not so good at that as leaders of our families, as leaders of our organizations, of leaders of ourselves, to hold a vision, and trust the process. So individually, we all have different visions, and then the owner certainly has their vision. You're trying to get everybody collectively pointing in that vision. We don't repeat that vision often enough, and then fuel it with the core values. Because when core values are aligned, motivation is high. When core values are aligned, motivation is high. Now, you only need 3 to 5 core values. However, if you haven't looked at them in a while, if you haven't repeated them in a while to your team, to your family, to yourself, you're gonna be left all over the place. Your vision is not gonna have a lot of fuel. So in any event, so I'm talking to a friend of mine. It reminded me of a story when I was having a dinner with a friend of mine, Jim Gorjup, fabulous guy, runs his own business. He writes a note down and says, talk to me about the ditches story. So the ditches story goes like this: that there were some people in the desert, and they were thirsty. It was hot. They were dying of thirst, kind of like today. It's hot. So they asked the prophet. They said, "What should we do?" And the prophet said, "Go and dig ditches. Go and dig ditches." And they were like, and they did, okay, because they listened, because they believed, and they trust the process. So they dug the ditches, and they endured, and they were fine. Right? So I'm like, all right, so if I hear prophet, then I'm like, all right, let me go back to the bestseller of all time. And I did. And there's a story in the Old Testament in Kings, all right? And the story goes like this: that there was an army of Israelites, and they asked prophet, what should they do? Dig ditches, right? And they did. And then the flood rains came and filled all the ditches with water and saved them. So yeah, okay, we're not an army, all right? We have our own ideas, but the point of the story is this: is that sometimes you're asked to do some things that are uncomfortable from whoever, and then you have to trust the process. But it's important for the owner, for the person with the vision, to share that vision. Now, if you're in the army and you're spiritually driven by a prophet, then yeah, you just go, right? You just report for duty and go. But oftentimes, we check in on the process. We're not quite sure. We're not quite, it's not quite in our comfort zone. So we maybe we don't give it 100% because we don't really believe it, and we don't trust the process. So the point is that, yeah, okay, you might have your questions, but you're asking you to do something uncomfortable. They know it's going to take you a little more energy. And the fact is that you could do it. And collectively, as a team, you could do it if you stay focused on that vision and then infuse those core values. All right? Have a great Wednesday. Have a great Wednesday. All right? It's all right. Have a great Wednesday. Take it one step at a time, one moment at a time. Be grateful. Faith and fear can't live in the same room, and neither could gratitude and anxiety. Chalk them up. Bring people together at the human level with respect. That's the 912 kind of way. Take care of yourself.